Start up by reading Psalms 13, 1-2, which says, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me?" I lived in that world for literally decades, and I'll tell you why. Come on, Doug, I can't wait for you to get home to work in the family business. We got a position for you. And the Army gave me new respect for him. As a teenager, I thought he was just like a ticket out of jail, and that's all I cared about. But I really respected him for all the stuff he did for me in my new attitude. So I gave up a good career in the Army, and I came home to work in the family business. And that was okay for a while, but a couple years later, my father and my uncle took me and my cousin out to dinner, and they told us that they were going to sell the company, and we weren't going to get it. So I wasn't angry at that. They gave me a real good reason, and I understood their reasoning, and I had no qualms with them about that. But I was really angry that I lost out on a profession in the Army because, I had already I started building a house, and I was always involved in that, and I couldn't really just abandon everything to join back up in the Army. He was murdered, and it wasn't by a stray bullet or a vehicular homicide. It was really, really brutal and gory. She was literally butchered. And at that time, I really started hating God because I found out something about her. And she's a wonderful child, and she was dreamed of a profession of helping people. So how could God allow somebody to be butchered so badly who was so nice to the world? And I never stopped believing in God. I just didn't believe in a benevolent God, that's all. Here I am hating God, right? And she's a very devout Christian. So opposites attract, like I said, like in another case, we're both two polar opposites meet each other, and eventually we got married. And that worked out fine. And then one day she said to me, let's go to church. And I go, oh my goodness, rolling my eyes. This is going to be really great, So I have to ask, why did God keep me alive? All the times, the thousands of nights I drove home drunk, I didn't cry. I can name a dozen times where I could have killed myself on the road. All the times where Kathy was in the hospital, I was getting on by 4 or 5 hours sleep. Who can do that for 18 months without falling asleep? So I managed to stay alive, and I just kept wondering why. I'm not promising prosperity gospel. I'm not saying, if you do this, you're going to be filthy rich. But at least you'll be rich in love and friendship, and that's the important thing of anything out of life. And I think I lost a page here. Right? Okay. I was going to read you one thing, but the page seems to be gone. Just live with Christian values in your heart, and be kind to others, and thank you very much. That's it.